I am going to say to you, it is nice to speak to the best retired plumber in Grenada.
You know, I will say that the last time I learned something on real FM, that's why I say it's the best station to listen to.
Okay, what did you learn?
You see, we have many choices in the world, but eternity only has two. I've
We,
learned that last night.
we have many choices in the world, but eternity has only two.
Only two.
Explain that, please.
Okay, what I'm saying is that in the world we can make many choices in terms of what we do, how we agree and disagree,
Mm-hmm.
right? But eternity, you're either able to make it for the will of God, which is in heaven, or you make a decision for the devil, which
Okay.
is hell.
Okay, Randy.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. I hear you, Randy.
your brother last night that played a song with Rodney.
Oh, okay.
And I know, yeah, that was the message in it.
So how is he now, though? How is Rodney?
Man, I talked to him this morning. He's fine, man. Going up in the mountain.
All right. Is he on vacation?
He is on vacation.
Well, Rodney need to call us and pray one morning. He can't do that. He can't be on vacation and not call at least one morning and pray. Come on. Now, Rodney need to do better than that.
Andre, the people of God is responsible for Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
We. As a matter of fact, when I finish with you here and I send my children to school, there is two neighbors who sit close to me, Andre. The other morning he was saying, find somebody to give them something who don't have.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Right. So there is two neighbors who are sick and they're very close by. Their house are very close by.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to them this morning and lay hands on them. And there is one of the young lady, her son, I think, yesterday when I was going up to St. George's, alone that he cannot go to school because of the resources that he don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go and able to assist that family this morning.
Okay. And that family is close to you?
Very close to me.
Okay.
That's how real we have to be.
That is how real we have to be. That is
God
how
bless you, my
real we
brother.
have to be. Hey, Bandy, one love, take care of yourself, and we'll talk again. But tell Rodney that he can't go back to work and not at least call one morning and pray with us.
I would do exactly what you asked me to do.
All right, then. One love, my brother. Take care.
Man, give thanks, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks. It's real. It's 91. Good morning, Grenada. 13 minutes, I say, after the 7 o'clock hour. Drumstick, she will call in a minute.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Calling all alumni, come out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School's 60th anniversary, January 12th to the 19th, 2025. Celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance. Here's the calendar of events. On Wednesday, January 15th, a meet and greet at the Belmont Estate from 3:30 p.m. On Thursday, January 16th, health fair at the school from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. On Friday, January 17th, Chapel Day, open forum at 10 a.m. Open house at 11 a.m. On Saturday, 18th January, football legacy match at the Cuthbert Peters Park, 3 p.m. Admission $5. And on Sunday, January 19th, a gala at the Trade Center, 7 p.m. So come on out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School 60th anniversary, celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance.
So fast pay on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay. So fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay. So fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
The Center. It's Christmas, the time for sharing and making others happy. Come into the Center and be pleased with all we have to offer. All the drinks you can think of at prices that are unbelievable. Choose from our stock of top quality, hams at rock bottom prices, and a wide range of grocery items and prices that are lower than low. Located in the town of St. Patrick's, the Center where early morning and late night shopping is available every day of the week only at the Center. Personalized shopping just got better, so give us a stop at the Center and see for yourself. The Center is just the Center, and that's what it is. Remember, for the holidays, we will be serving you as we do normally.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sizzle.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Sizzle.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sizzle. Sizzles Express your style with color by Seasons.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center. From your farm to your backyard.
This is real. This is 91.9. 20 minutes after the 7 o'clock. Drums, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I read from the Word of God, 111. Praise ye the Lord. I will praise the Lord with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright in the congregation. The works of the Lord are great. Sort out all of them that have pleasure therein. His works is honorable and gracious, and his righteousness endure forever. He had made his wonderful works to remember. The Lord is gracious and full of compassion. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
And thank you so very much.
But let me today my sister birthday. I want to wish her all the best and God bless her. Her name is Vonaisi Charles.
What's her name?
Vonaisi.
Vonaisi?
Yeah.
Jones, what is your name?
My name is Orella.
Orella?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Orella Vonaisi. Oh, look at name. I don't know where your mother pick up that name.
Yes, uncommon name.
Uncommon name, Orella Vonaisi.
Yes.
And what's your brother name? Vonaton? Have a nice morning.
I have a brother called Asquith.
Asquith. Jones, have a nice day, girl.
Let me just say happy birthday to my sister. I wish her all the best and God bless him. And I'm a friend in Grenville. They say she tell me that you don't call her girlfriend. I don't know who is girl, you know.
Who that?
She said she birthday yesterday too. And wish her all the best and God bless him. Emily, she named just call her girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
I wish her all the best and God bless him and wish you a wonderful day today.
All right, Jones.
And you have a wonderful day.
Well, you too, my darling. You take care of yourself and
somebody calling you.
Somebody calling me?
Yeah.
Oh, you know that?
She's inside your house.
They did?
Yeah.
Yo, what happening there, girl? You going to work today? What, you only worker? Oh, okay. Take your time. No, I ain't good. I ain't seen, I ain't hearing all this, so how could go there? I find all you just give me up, so I'll just have to take it out again, yeah?
No, man, don't say that.
Right now, I'm looking for some new friends. I'll go in Mount Fan.
Okay, well, go on. I hope that broom sleep good.
Yeah. I find all you drop me, so I'll go in Mount Fan and see what I get.
When the broom get old, don't come back.
Love you, my dear. Take care.
Yeah, later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. It's real. It's 91. 23 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. See if I can make some link with the folks at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. Stay with us. This is your wonderful radio station for today.
We used to ship continentals all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why.
From the north, let's reach down to the south and make that connection with the folks at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office.
Everybody want to sit down in calm.
Let's say good morning to Cassia Johnson. Good morning, Cassia.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, 16th January 2025. Currently at the airport, conditions are partly cloudy with adjacent showers, winds calm, pressure 1014.3 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 24.9 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 84%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.3 degrees Celsius, minimum temperature last night 23.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 0.3 millimeters of rainfall at the airport, which brings the total for the month to 52.8 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers. Today's maximum temperature 30.0 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in northerly swells. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides are currently falling and will be low at 10 a.m., high at 4:15 p.m. Sunset today 6:32, sunrise tomorrow 6:02. Again, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with light to moderate showers, and a small craft advisory is in effect. From the Met Office, I'm Cassia Johnson.
Thank you, Cassia. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, it's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. And friends, you know, we are broadcasting from studios located Main Street to Terrace inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. This is what you call radio. You better believe it.
Computers.
I'm back and I got all the chicken for the barbecue.
Excellent Farms chicken. Look how fresh and clean.
Yes, Hunt checked the label. No steroids, hormones or preservatives. And it's 100% local.
What? No chemicals? So you mean Excellent Farms chicken is safe, nutritious and natural with farm to table freshness?
Exactly. Finally, we could enjoy quality poultry. And you should see how state of the art and sanitized the farm is. Plus, it's environmentally friendly.
You serious? And like they have everything from whole chicken to liver, gizzard, feet and more?
Correct. Now you hurry and start the seasoning up.
Excellent Farms, my safe and healthy choice. For wholesale and retail inquiries, call 444-3303.
Wait, I cooking all this chicken?
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantemel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
So fast pay, on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked password, and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
When the storms come, be ready with Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. Borrow up to $20,000 and protect your home this hurricane season. We're offering special loan financing to our members, covering essential storm-related needs. These include roof repairs, drainage, retaining walls, property insurance, tools and tanks, first aid supplies, hurricane emergency supplies, generators, solar equipment, and a whole lot more. With easy repayment and flexible terms, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you weather any storm. Secure your future today and visit Grenville Cooperative Credit Union and borrow with confidence.
Calling all alumni, come out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School's 60th anniversary, January 12th to the 19th, 2025. Celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance. Here's the calendar of events. On Wednesday, January 15th, a meet and greet at the Belmont Estate from 3:30 p.m. On Thursday, January 16th, health fair at the school from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. On Friday, January 17th, Chapel Day, open forum at 10 a.m. Open house at 11 a.m. On Saturday, 18th January, football legacy match at the Cuthbert Peters Park, 3 p.m. Admission $5. And on Sunday, January 19th, a gala at the Trade Center, 7 p.m. So come on out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School 60th anniversary, celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack is and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put me through with a code, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship ventilators all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that we had When we cook with nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located right here, Main Street it is, inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. My name, Andre Donald, and of course, I am going to be with you for the next couple of hours? Yeah, next couple of hours, and we'll be having some very interesting conversation. Yeah, so I urge you, I beg you to stay with me. Hey, yeah, that's me. See how I look? I'm sort of a pretty this morning. I had a shower. It's been I had a shower. So anything you see, just blame it on the shower. If you find it, my skin looks clean, it's because I had a shower this morning. Sometimes I don't really get to have a shower, but I did have one this morning. It was whoo. And you know what? Here's what the thing is with the shower, right? The shower and me is I don't have, what do you call it? Hot and cold? Can't afford that. So based on the fact that I cannot afford the, thing, I have to take the water as cold as Nawasa sends it from way up in the mountains. So I kind of would like to do so and ask if Nawasa can invest in some heat so as to warm the water along the way. I'm sure if I was to get into politics and I campaign on that, I could win. Because the amount of people that would affect. Yeah, nice cold water, nice warm water from Nawasa. Anyway, good morning to you, friends. It's indeed a joy being with you for yet another day. The pleasure's mine to be here, and I hope that we can have some great conversation. BJ, yes, I expect to have him this morning. I already sent a link to Dr. Twine, so I don't know if he's going to make it with us this morning, but I sent him a link. But in here and get in here before BJ is my good friend. Yeah, I have to say friend, but I hope. Joshua Lewis. Good morning, Joshua. And how are you this morning, my brother?
Good morning, Andre, and all your listeners and all those in the diaspora worldwide who's listening. I'm very good this morning. I'm very happy to be able to be on your show this morning for a short while.
Well, and he's emphasizing that it is for a short while. You see, I tell you why. You see, these days, Joshua is really, he's very busy doing that thingy with his good friend, Francis. How's Galaxy Radio?
Well, Galaxy, what Francis says, the new kid on the block. So he's trying.
Francis is the new kid on the block.
Yeah,
but he loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves it. And I love it as well, because I think anything that kind of raises the awareness of our people is worthwhile.
Most definitely. Yeah. So what are you up to these days, Joshua? I haven't had you here for a while. What are you up to?
Yeah, well, I've been busy doing consultancy and doing some farming, and the farming takes up a lot of time. So that's what's been taking up my time, helping other people who reach out to me.
Yeah. A friend of mine has given me some access to some land, but I don't know where to start.
You have water?
I'd have to. The water is not far.
Okay.
The water is not far, but it would take some doing to get there. It will take a pump.
Yeah. Okay.
It would take a pump, and it will take the laying of some pipes. But after that, the water is going to be a 1, 2, 3. Because there's a river close by, but the only thing it has to, the water has to go up a hill. So you must pump it up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good. It doesn't sound too challenging.
No, it is actually it's not very challenging.
Yeah. But Andre, I made an effort to come this morning because I wanted to say something to you and the listeners on air. Essentially, I want to say thank you to you for the poultry industry. The poultry industry has taken off now, and it's easy to claim fame when something has taken off. We have two major industry players, one in Montrose, as you know, and one in Crowshoe, Felix Park. Now, in the early days when there was no poultry industry, it was on this station that I came. I lobbied BJI, yourself, and whoever else. And I got the impression because it was taking so long, people didn't think that it would actually materialize. But you stood with the Poultry Association, you stood with the poultry industry, you stood with national development. And for that, I personally am eternally grateful for your perseverance. And I hope as the industry forges ahead, there's still some things to be done, that you will be part of the package in terms of whatever remuneration those businesses can do. But the major thing has been done. The plants are on the ground and they're operating. So without your support and help and lobbying, those things would not have taken place. And I don't want to be ungrateful and now that it's happened and it's solid and everything and the players are there, forget who was there when there was nothing. One of the things in life that we have to understand is how a tree grows. A tree always grows two ways. It grows up and it grows down. Now, when the tree roots are in the soil, what's happening, it's pushing through the soil in the dark and the damp and everything else and getting those roots to expand. But it's that rooting process that creates that pretty tree at the top and the fruits. You were there, Andre, in the rooting process in terms of poultry, and you deserve, whatever credit the industry has, you deserve some of that. So thank you very much.
Well, I'm humbled and really and truly, let me put it this way. I accept this on behalf of Real FM because I didn't just do it on my own. It is the policy of Real FM, because if you go and friends, those of you who have had the opportunity and you probably didn't realize, if you go onto our website and there's an about us on the website, and agriculture is ingrained in that, and our commitment to agriculture. And for all these years, we have been committed to. There is no other station in Grenada that can claim that sort of a commitment, not even our national station. They have tried. I must give them that. They have tried, but they have not been able to stick with it. It has been
it's not easy.
It's not an easy journey, and to have and to come out here every Thursday morning. I'm no farmer.
Yeah.
And I must say thanks to people like yourself, and of course BJ. BJ has always been there.
Yeah.
And I'm no farmer, but Real FM has the commitment to agriculture. We are committed to a number of things. We are committed to agriculture, and to give one other thing that we are committed to, community development, building of our communities. And if you look at it, agriculture and the community, they go hand in hand. And that is what is important. That is what I love about this whole thing. And thanks again, Joshua, for your compliments. However, with all of that, we have the two plants on ground and they function. And with all of that, what's going on with our feed? Are we getting anywhere?
I think we are, and I've been lobbying the industry, and I was working in the industry behind the scene in terms of regulations and enhancing policy. So with the feed, I can tell you what I know. I'm not involved in the negotiation. The negotiation is so important that it's being led by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has a team with him that's working on the feed, and I know probably about 2 months ago they met with Caribbean Agro, and he's basically he laid down the gauntlet. Without me disclosing too much, whereby he made it known to Caribbean Agro that there has to be a better partnership. All these concessions that they're getting, the people of Grenada has to have something in return. And the demand that he's made is lower feed price and the development of the industry. So they have a whole team working on that. And he's leading the delegation in terms of feed because he considers it so critical and so important, because you get the feed prices right, the whole industry takes off. And it was here that I disclosed that Caribbean Agro was selling feed to the other islands a third cheaper than what they were selling it to our people here in Grenada. I was made a pariah by Caribbean Agro as a result of that. Persona non grata. But what I did was I told the truth about what was going on. And today we have a team that accept this practice has been going on. It's fully accepted in the ministry, and that is being challenged to stop that kind of practice. If anybody should be getting benefits from the feed from Caribbean Agro, is the Grenadian population, not Dominica, not St. Lucia, not St. Lucia. So that is being actively dealt with, and although I'm not part of that delegation, I'm not sure why. I actively follow and keep in touch with those people who are involved, because for me, I always say it doesn't matter who does it as long as it's done, because agriculture cannot be a partisan issue. Agriculture has to be planned for 50 years, for 40 years, 30, 20, 10, 5, 3 years. And you cannot change the agriculture policy every time you have a new administration. Government at the moment are looking to do a strategic plan for agriculture. Myself, and I think others as well, are saying everybody has to be involved in that plan. It has to be an inclusive plan that develops our country. We cannot play politics with agriculture.
Well, I do agree with you that we can't play politics with agriculture, but I don't think that you came here this morning for us to really and truly dive into what you just said. And I'm going to invite you next week so we can go into that.
Okay.
Your primary thing this morning was to tell us about the hatchery.
Yes, it was.
Right? So I'm not going to dive into you because we're going to go into that and we'll never come out of it because of what is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing where this what the government is doing in relation to agriculture at this particular point in time makes no sense. One, they decided, okay, fine, here's what, after barrel, we're going to give some people $4,000, some people $9,000.
Yeah.
If half of the persons receive, I was speaking to a farmer this morning, and he religiously, as a matter of fact, I am not mobile right now, so as I depend on a ride with him. He religiously, Monday, I don't know if he does it on Saturday mornings, but Monday to Friday, takes workers to 2 pieces of land that he's cultivating. And he's not received anything.
Yeah.
And there are others that I know that have not received anything. Yeah. There's a gentleman that I know who has, 25, 30 acres of land and has not did everything right, and has not received anything. And based on what I'm hearing now, the program is about folding up, is about, we finished.
Okay.
So what has happened to these people? There's one gentleman in the St. Mark area they sent 3 persons to his land
Mm-hmm.
to help him clean up the land.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 3 persons, 1 chainsaw. I mean, tell me if that makes sense. There are 3 persons, 1 chainsaw.
It doesn't appear to make
Right?
sense.
The other thing is the road to get to his property
Mm-hmm.
is littered with logs,
Yeah,
fallen trees.
Yeah.
And you know what these guys said to him? We didn't come to clean no road.
Mm.
And when you look at
Mm-hmm.
what they did, one other farmer, a neighboring farmer to him,
Mm-hmm.
said, I could have done that for you in 2 days with a cutlass.
Yeah.
So the thing, it has not gone, it was not done properly, it was not designed properly.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not designed properly to begin with, you're not going to have good results to end with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want us to go into that right now.
Yeah.
We can spend the whole morning on that.
Yeah,
Let us do so and shift gear and tell me about the hatcheries, because you would know that there was a hatchery somewhere in St. Andrew a very long time ago that did not run its course.
Clifford, I think.
Clifford, what's the last name?
Robertson.
I think it was.
Yeah, Clifford
yes.
Robertson.
And it didn't run its course. It just didn't.
No.
There's supposed to be a hatchery there and just didn't.
No.
This one now, where is it located?
It's located in Felix Park, in Crowshoe.
And for the benefit of our listeners, okay, so now they know it's in Crowshoe.
Uh-huh.
What is a hatchery?
A hatchery is where you put the fertilized eggs, and they call it incubators. And then within 21 days of being in the incubator, it becomes a baby chick. And so you have what they call the day-old chick. The hatchery is a critical part of any poultry industry. A lot of people have been telling me, bringing the chicks from Barbados on the plane, it's not a good practice because it puts stress on the day-old chicks, and the chicks were not really designed to be riding in airplane, 15, 20,000 feet up in the air. So that has been a major challenge to the Grenada poultry industry for many, many years. And now we have a commercial hatchery in Crowshoe. We have almost a fully integrated farm. There's about 40 million spent on the farm so far in terms of development. It has capacity to grow 50,000, 55,000 birds every 6 weeks. It has the capacity to hatch 120,000 chicks in a month, and it can hatch both broilers and layers. It's been operating since September 2024. I know it's been low key because one of the things that always has to happen when you have a major new manufacturing operation in Grenada, you have to have time to iron out the little kind of kinks that you may find in the system. So the owners wanted to keep a low profile while they do the chicks and test it and see how it went. But now they're confident that they can, start shouting that they have beautiful chicks. I saw the last hatch. It was about a week ago. It was hatched, and the chicks were beautiful. I know they're preparing to hatch about 16,000 chicks for the farm in Montrose shortly. I'm not sure if the eggs are in the incubators as well. So hopefully they'll be providing eggs, day-old chicks, sorry, not eggs, to Montrose, and Montrose could fully get going. There's lots of things that's happening behind the scene with the hatchery, and it's thanks in a great part to you, Andre, because whilst I was coming on the program, I was writing the national policy for poultry with the Ministry of Agriculture. And that underpins the industry now. It brought in a lot of investment into the industry. A lot of people at the time, and I remember it like it was yesterday, you're always talking about poultry, nothing happening about poultry. What about the feed? What about that? But I knew that if we had a policy and we had incentives, people will go for the incentives and they will develop the industry. And that's exactly what's happened. One of the things in the policy was we need a 40% market share for local producers. And they're working on that behind the scene at the moment because they see how important it is to implement that. We said that all state institutions should use local poultry, and I said it on this program before it was said. Anyway, as much as I was an integral writer of the policy, I have to give credit to a fellow called Robert Best, who was the first consultant in terms of poultry for Grenada. He made many recommendations, and a lot of the stuff that I put in the national policy came from Robert Best's work. He was a Trinidadian. Sadly, he's passed away now, and I hope he's at peace wherever he is. And I want him to know his work was not wasted because I used it and I used it. So most of the things that I may be credited with is Robert Best's work. Recently, only about a week ago, the hatchery in Crowshoe, I think they gave about 3,000 day-old chicks to the school. They have a 4-H project, and everybody was very proud. AICA and the ministry and the hatchery, they were very proud that they could help start stimulating and developing the industry, because this is the phase where we need production, we need action. And I know the ministry is trying to do its bit by trying to get the regulations in place. And that is critical, because we still have a long way to go to solidify the industry. But we've started, and it's visible for everybody to see. But we need to be patient. We need to change our spending habits, and we need to give the local producers a chance, and we need to buy local, not because it's simply local. We need to buy local because it's better, not because it's fresher, but because it's better. It's a better quality product. So that's why we're buying it. We're not buying it for some kind of nationalistic kind of fervor. We're buying it because it's a better product. And also, all this kind of things people used to attack me about, it's going to be so high in price. The actual prices, when you look at them, are lower than the imports. So we've managed to conquer many of the challenges that people were fighting us down about.
How did you manage to conquer it?
Well, there's something BJ talks about. He talks about comparative advantage. Now, if you're doing 1,000 chicks as opposed to 20,000 chicks, you have economies of scale that you get. There are comparative advantage that you will have. So, for example, as I was arguing with a guest last week, not arguing, but agreeing, if you have, somebody doing a population of 10 million, and then you have a population of 100,000, and that 10 million is being subsidized by their government, and that 100,000 is trying to do poultry as well, they simply cannot compete in terms of comparative advantage that 10 million population would have. But now that we've moved from the 1 or 2,000 hatching chicks to the 15 and 20,000, and I hope in time 50,000.
Can we take care of that? I mean, it's all well and good to get up to those figures, but can we take care of that locally, or would we be looking to export?
No, we can take care of that locally. I mean,
we need another farm or two?
Yeah, well, what we're hoping and what I was advocating over the years is that now that the big motherships are here, we want the smaller farmers to upscale, upgrade their farm to about 3,000 minimum, 5,000, 10,000, so that the whole industry can benefit as the industry grow.
But me upgrading to me upgrading my pens
Mhm.
to accommodate what 3,000 chicks.
Yeah, minimum I would
A
say.
minimum 3,000
Yeah.
chicks. I don't have the plucker. I don't have
No,
the
no, no,
resources to
no.
get in that. How do I do it? Tell me.
Yeah. You don't need the plucker. You don't need this.
What
or
do I
that.
need? Just to grow the chicks?
You need to talk with the producer and come to an arrangement with them where you just grow it and they will come and take it and they'll process it and they will package it and they will sell it. We don't want everybody.
So they're gonna be. I'm gonna be doing all the hard work, and they come and take it, and that's it, and that's their chicks. That's their thing. That's their meat. That carries their brand.
Yeah, everybody will be doing part of the industry and part of the hard work. But what has held us back over the years is what you just spoke about. You don't have a plucker. You got to get feed. You got to get day-old chicks and all those things. And then you've got to get your birds to market. So now we're moving towards a model where you get the day-old chick, whether you're on a contractual agreement where you get it without paying or you pay for it. You grow it for 6 weeks and you're part of the schedule. The truck comes and takes it, bring it there. You go to the farm, the mother farm, you collect your check, you get your next set of chicks and you go again.
Let me ask you this. How does it work in Barbados?
Yeah, that's how it works in Barbados. Barbados has what they call a mixed system. So you have some of the major producers, they have satellite farms, and essentially the satellite farms produce for the major producer. The truck goes, it picks it up. You also have the independent operators who decide that they have the small operation. They might be doing like 10,000 chicks or whatever. They have their own processing center and they have their own markets and they sell. But Barbados is very...
Is that the model we want to follow?
Well, by default, it's the model that I think that will be developed. I think those farmers who really want to do large scale, they will be looking towards some kind of partnerships with the major farm. Those who are happy doing, say, the 3,000 or 5,000, and they have a market for it, they will continue doing that. But what we're hoping to do, what kills the farmers really, is having to buy the feed, having to buy the day-old chick, and halfway through the production line, realizing you don't have the working capital to keep buying feed, etc. So that part of the system has to be refined a little bit better.
So then it goes right back to Caribbean Agro.
Yeah, Caribbean Agro underpins the industry, not just chicken, but the small ruminants.
Yeah, but because based on what you're saying, it will cost me cheaper to leave Grenada, go to St. Vincent or St. Lucia, and set up a farm using feed from Grenada.
Well,
no, and that's a fact.
Not St. Vincent, because St. Vincent has its own.
It has its own, right? Okay, yeah, but go to St. Lucia or Dominica and set up, get some land set up, and it will cost me cheaper to run that farm out of Dominica with feed being coming from Grenada, where I am from.
Yeah, it might do. I'm not sure whether Caribbean Agro has adjusted its practices yet, because the light has been shown on them in terms of their practice.
Joshua.
Yeah. Andre.
This station is in its 21st year.
Wow. Well done.
That is how long you've been coming.
Mhm.
I've been hearing the light shining on them for a long time.
Yeah.
Hold on, Joshua. And they're doing nothing. All they do when the time is up, they say, hey, we ain't not making any money. We gonna have to sell this to somebody else. Sell it to another partner. And that person enjoys the same set of concessions all over again.
Yeah.
We are tired of this.
Yeah.
And you said to me, and I have to be blunt, you've said to me that there is action, there is new action now.
Yeah.
We have action as in the Prime Minister, but he has not proven himself. And I don't want you to comment. I'm just saying that he has not proven himself on anything, save and except we will pay the pension. Met money there, did it.
Yeah.
Save and except for that, he's not done anything. So it does not give me that kind of an encouragement, that kind of a belief that he is going to do anything. If he does, all kudos. I'll be the first one in front jumping up.
Yeah.
If he does.
Yeah. But I think I'll be the first one.
Well, whatever. But no, we need to.
We need results in
We
Grenada.
need to have results.
Yeah.
And I have said, and I'm going to say it again, this agreement with Caribbean Agro and the government of Grenada, that was done in the period of Nazim Burke and Bernard Code. Fine Bernard. Because the man who make can break. Find Bernard Code, find Nazim Burke and say, hey, you guys did this.
Yeah.
How can we get out of it? How can we wiggle out of it?
Yeah. Because I spoke to Bernard in Jamaica when I was doing the policy, and Bernard was very helpful. I said to him, Bernard, but this is just a one-way agreement. And he said, yes, I was trying to do my best when I got the agreement on my desk. And what I did was I put in a pricing structure in terms of the agreement. Now, the pricing structure that he put was that there could not be more than 10% profit made by Caribbean in the first year, and it graduated up to about 20%. Now, that was subsequently given away by George Breezen for joining the OECS as part of his negotiation. And once that was given away...
Given away by whom?
George Breezen.
Oh my God, I'm not going to see anything.
Yeah. So once that was given away, the farmers were exposed, no underpants, no T-shirt, no nothing. They were exposed to Caribbean Agro. And in many ways, it illustrates, when bad negotiation takes place, what is the result? Now, I know it's difficult for us sometimes negotiating, because take Caribbean Agro. They had the same team in place for about 40 years. And we've had different governments ever so often. I know we had a long spell with NNP, but it looked as though, Caribbean Agro just kind of, keep their head under the parapet, continue making the profit. And then when I was intimately involved in the industry, the average profit was about 12 to 14 million per year. And that was comparable to Grenlet profits. And I thought, why would Caribbean Agro ever want to change or do anything? They employ not a great number of people, and they make this profit regular, and they make the argument, well, we have to sell cheaper outside because we have to export. You don't want us to export?
All right, but let me tell you this. You talk about all of that.
Yeah.
Do you realize that a company, the magnitude of Caribbean Agro, and the fact that they have a monopoly is no excuse. Grenlet has a monopoly. But Grenlet continues to have a footprint on the advertising plateau. Grenlec is there. Check this out. Caribbean Agro is not there. And you've just said that based on their profits, they are on par with Grenlec. Let me tell you something.
They probably make more than Grenlec now.
Have we ever heard? I believe that one time there was Caribbean Agro had something attached to sport in some discipline. I don't remember which one. But that because it is so very far away.
When
we have all sorts of sporting disciplines. We have so many communities that are developing. Are we hearing anything from Caribbean Agro?
No. When the spotlight went on them,
Bernard Code, I blame. Nazim Burke.
Well, when the spotlight went on them, they started giving the school feeding program some flour.
So what? But don't even say that. Don't even say that.
I don't
even say that.
I don't even remember. But can I correct something that's really has been going around and it's incorrect? Caribbean Agro do not have a monopoly in terms of feed. When the pricing mechanism was given up, it was given up so that Caribbean Agro would no longer have a monopoly on feed. So we can bring feed in. The difficulty with bringing feed in is the duties that are placed on the feed, which makes it just the same as Caribbean Agro having a monopoly.
Caribbean Agro has a monopoly.
In reality,
once the taxes are structured in that particular manner, they still have the monopoly.
Andre, you're right. I mean, the reality is they have, but they don't have a legal monopoly.
Well,
they
have a practical monopoly. And that Bernard Code, Nazim Burke, they're the ones to be blamed for this. They're the ones who sat down and inked this.
But you have to remember, we're a small developing island, and you have people who have been around in the tradition for 400-500 years, and these were young professionals, not experienced, and therefore, yes, they have some culpability to answer to, but I don't think it was deliberate. I don't think they sold us out and they knew they were selling us out. They were outmaneuvered, outplayed, outgunned.
You see me looking at you. And you see that quizzical look on my face, don't you?
Yes.
And you know what it means?
No.
I'm not going to tell you. If I tell you what it means, then you're going to say I'm being disrespectful. And I don't want to be disrespectful in my utterances. You may read it from my face. Do you understand? And it speaks volumes, what you've just said. You've just said that they were young.
Inexperienced.
Young and inexperienced. Listen, we paid the penalty for that.
And still am.
We still paying the penalty again. We are paying the penalty for some young, inexperienced upstarts governing us. You don't have to comment, but you said it. You led me to say it. Young, inexperienced upstarts governing us, and we are. And that's why I say, Prime Minister, if you get through with this Caribbean Agro thing, I will have to sing your praises. I will have to sing your praises. However, don't get through with it and not consult with the farmers, the different associations. Forget the senator responsible for agriculture. He ain't know nothing. Deal with the pig farmers, the other small ruminants, chicks, deal with them and find out how this thing can best work for them. As soon as you're able to get the yoke off, don't just put on another yoke. Make sure that it is the proper yoke that is going to benefit Caribbean Agro and the farmers of Grenada. That is what you have to ensure, Mr. Prime Minister. Once you do that, I sing your praises. But again, you're not accustomed to doing nothing. So I know I ain't going to sing your praises.
But Andre, if we get this thing sorted out, it's transformational for Grenada. It's going to be absolutely incredible what happens to the livestock industry. Now, I'm not a farmer or a livestock man, but I've spoken to one or two of the people involved in terms of this importation. And they tell me we go have, hogs big as horse. With this new breeding thing that they're doing. They say they're going to be breeding the new animals and they're going to be breeding the existing animal in Grenada. So there's going to be a dual kind of role that they're playing. But Andre, whatever.
I'm not even going to go into that I ain't going into that.
We're doing chicken.
We're doing chicken. We're doing the hatchery.
You listen to my excitement because I believe it will be transformation. And why I say that is because I've just listened to you about the criticism of the people who...
Bernard Code.
Oh, God.
Nazim Burke. They're the ones did it. We're going to take a commercial break, friends, and we'll be right back. This is Real 91.9, 91.5 at www.realfmgrenada.com. Broadcasting from studios located right here, Main Street Satires, inside a beautiful historical St. Patrick. I tell you what, it's gonna be a wonderful morning. You better believe that it is turning out to be such.
Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
It is said the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantemel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
I'm back and I got all the chicken for the barbecue.
Excellent Farms chicken? Look how fresh and clean.
Yes, Hunt, check the label. No steroids, hormones or preservatives. And it's 100% local.
What? No chemicals? So you mean Excellent Farms chicken is safe, nutritious and natural with farm-to-table freshness?
Exactly. Finally, we can enjoy quality poultry. And you should see how state-of-the-art and sanitized the farm is. Plus, it's environmentally friendly.
You serious? And like they have everything from whole chicken to liver, gizzard, feet and more?
Correct. Now you hurry and start the seasoning up.
Excellent Farms, my safe and healthy choice. For wholesale and retail inquiries, call 444-3303.
Wait, I cooking all this chicken?
So fast pay on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay. So fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay. So fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Calling all alumni, come out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School's 60th anniversary, January 12th to the 19th, 2025. Celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance. Here's the calendar of events. On Wednesday, January 15th, a meet and greet at the Belmont Estate from 3:30 p.m. On Thursday, January 16th, health fair at the school from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. On Friday, January 17th, Chapel Day, open forum at 10 a.m., open house at 11 a.m. On Saturday, 18th January, football legacy match at the Cuthbert Peters Park, 3 p.m., admission $5. And on Sunday, January 19th, a gala at the Trade Center, 7 p.m. So come on out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School 60th anniversary, celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance.
The Center. It's Christmas, the time for sharing and making others happy. Come into the Center and be pleased with all we have to offer. All the drinks you can think of at prices that are unbelievable. Choose from our stock of top quality, hams at rock bottom prices, and a wide range of grocery items and prices that are lower than low. Located in the town of St. Patrick's, the Center where early morning and late night shopping is available every day of the week only at the Center. Personalized shopping just got better, so give us a stop at the Center and see for yourself. The Center is just the Center, and that's what it is. Remember, for the holidays, we will be serving you as we do normally.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those
This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Well, you know for a fact that I have in studio with me Joshua Lewis. And Joshua is a fighter. You know, in all aspects of the word fighter, Joshua is a fighter. I won't go into details, but I'll tell you what, Joshua is a fighter. And having Joshua here this morning with us is testimony to the fact that he's a fighter and he's strong. Joshua, again, welcome to the studios of Real 91.9 FM.
Thank you.
And as you heard, Joshua is giving us all the lingo as it relates to the hatcheries. Go back to the hatcheries quickly, though. There was a hatchery before, right?
Yes.
Clifford something?
Yes, Robinson.
He died, right? He died?
I don't think Clifford passed away. You know.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
So.
Well, long life to him.
I haven't seen him for quite a few years, but I didn't hear he passed.
Okay.
But he's aged now.
He's aged.
Yeah.
No, the other thing is, he had that, but it never really did anything. There's no real dent in the market as it relates to that.
No.
So this is like our first real hatcheries.
Yes.
You see this one lasting?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's the start of big things for Grenada. It's state-of-the-art modern hatchery. And the personal investment that's been made in terms of the farm is tremendous. The hatchery is just a small part of the farm. There's going to be a feed mill on the farm as well. That is the next phase in terms of the farm. So it's going to be an integrated, massive system that's being developed for Grenada.
Okay, wonderful.
And let me tell you a little bit about the young...
But before you go on to tell us anything, Dr. Antoine, we know you're there. We've seen you, so we'll come to you in a minute, Dr. Antoine. We'll bring you into the conversation shortly. Yes.
Yes, and the owner of the farm, it's a young couple, and they're very dynamic. They have international experience, and he actually project managed the building of the infrastructure of the farm. So I'm very hopeful. I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing.
And does St. Vincent have their own hatcheries?
I would say I don't know. When I was involved in the industry intimately, they did not.
Okay.
And I think I had a conversation with Crossdale about, getting chicks to St. Vincent. But at the moment, the concentration is on establishing Grenada, getting rid of all the kinks, starting to get the publicity out, and producing and getting the whole industry to become profitable, because it's no good just one person being profitable. This poultry industry has the potential to transform, Grenada rural economy.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, and I mean it. And then if we can get those other kind of livestock going, you'll be amazed what we can do. Because what we're doing at the moment, I think people recognize that we can't allow the drift from the rural economy to just go to St. George's, get more traffic on the road, no housing for them, poor wages, our people being taken advantage of. We have to have a more balanced development approach to our beautiful island. So we have to find a way to keep our people in the rural community. Better wages, more self-employment, more incentives. We have to do it. Otherwise, we'll be Grenada, St. George's. Nothing else.
You say otherwise we will be a Grenada, St. George's. BJ, good morning to you. How you doing, my brother?
Morning.
And say again?
How are you?
I'm okay.
Morning to Joshua.
Good morning, BJ.
Morning to the listening public. I am warm and easy as always.
You're warm and easy.
As always.
All right. I always love hearing you say that you're warm and easy.
Temperature remain one way. Don't go up and it don't go down.
BJ, you have been listening. You've been listening to Joshua this morning. Your thoughts? I mean, give us your thoughts on the whole thing.
My thought on the whole thing is that I always like listening to Joshua. That's the angle looked at it from. Always like listening to Joshua because he's an optimistic person.
Very.
And he can be a good motivator in the morning. That's the positive I take from what it is he was saying. However, some of the things that he's talking about, they make a lot of sense, but they are just wishful thinking.
You believe?
Some of them make sense, but that's just wishful thinking.
Statement.
Wishful thinking. Andre, I keep asking, week after week, year after year, if you listen to Joshua speak, he's saying all the right thing without the logistics being put in place to do what it is he's saying. We have the hatchery. Somebody is now trying to put a feed mill on the property.
On the same hatchery's property, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense. They are trying to do that. The license is in place to do that.
Say that again?
The license to manufacture feed is in place to do that.
I don't believe there's any obstacle in terms of manufacturing feed
Here?
for the farm. Yeah.
Why that was not done before?
I think the manufacture of feed is very costly. You need to have deep pockets if you're going to be doing that. And as you were talking about logistics, you need to understand the logistic because a lot of the inputs will have to come in.
Would farmers able to purchase feed from them?
Yes.
And what's the problem with Caribbean Agro? Are they buying into that?
Well, Caribbean Agro doesn't have a say in terms of another company producing feed. The only say that Caribbean Agro has is that that company cannot get better concessions than they have. That's the only thing in the agreement in terms of another person producing feed. So if you give in, Caribbean Agro say 70% concession, you can't give the next company 100% concession. That is the only.
That's the only the limiting factor.
Huh?
That's the only limiting factor.
That is the only limiting factor.
You sure about that? No other legislation are in place?
I've read the agreement up and down. There's no inhibitor to another company producing feed in Grenada.
So, guys, no, Joshua, Andrew, just
No, I want to bring in Dr. Antoine.
No, because I'm just 1 minute and I would probably finish up with Joshua. Joshua, if that is indeed the case, don't you think the feed mill should come before whatever operation that is taking place? That should be the first thing. Feed.
Well, those are not my call. And
there we go. Andre, you can continue.
No. You have to give him the opportunity to answer, BJ. You ask him a question. Let him answer.
So the thinking would have been we already have a feed mill. So in terms of costing and in terms of forking out money, it's probably better to fork out money on the infrastructure that they will take, because in the meantime, we could ride along the existing feed mill.
Okay, so that's it for you for the time being?
Long time.
Okay, great. Let's try and bring in Dr. Antoine. Doc, can you just bring up yourself a little bit closer to your now you're looking like you want to be part of us. Good morning to you, Dr. Antoine. How are you doing this morning, my brother?
Good morning, Andre. Sorry I'm turning in late. I had
That's okay. That's all right. I got you, bro.
Good morning, BJ. Good morning, Josh. Morning, Comrade Andre.
You'd have to put on some headphones to hear him, Joshua. I think there are a pair of headphones right there. You got okay. So here's what. Doc
Yes.
Joshua has to leave. Do you have a quick question for him before he leaves? Because he has to leave now.
Josh, I think BJ's point is very interesting, in that the logistics being worked out for the project, has it been risk tested? Because if the feed mill, for example, is an expensive project and there is competition in the market, competition is supposed to result in reduced or lower prices, right? So with an extremely high costing investment, what's the issue of returns and break even over time, whatever time period?
Well, those are intimate question that you're asking, and I can tell you straight up, I don't know the break-even point or the return on investment in terms of that. What I do know is that the overall project and the feed mill for the farm was deferred. The hope was that an agreement can be reached with Caribbean Agro and government in terms of lowering feed price. And that might be one of the factors why they've delayed the feed mill, because at the moment, as I was talking with Andre, there is, a big power going on between government and Caribbean Agro for the reduction of feed, and also for a plan to develop the livestock industry, because one of the responsibility of Caribbean Agro, it's not just feed. It was, you are going to get the flour and you are going to get the feed mill and you will develop our livestock industry for us. Now they've got the flour, they've got the feed mill, but there's been no development of the livestock industry. In fact, the livestock industry has remained on life support for the time that they've been here in Grenada. And that's my personal view.
Okay, Doc. I know you have to go, so we're gonna take a commercial break so that we can rearrange our cameras and everything, and continue with the program. But you promise you're gonna be here next week, because we're gonna talk small ruminants.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk that.
Yeah,
and you're gonna tell me why is it that I should be paying. I mean, when I say I mean as a country should be paying $7,000 for a goat or a pig. I really and truly would love to know that. But take care of yourself. God bless, and catch you next week.
Yeah. Remember, I'm not a technical man. BJ is a technical man.
He'll be here.
Has to tell you why
He'll be here. He'll be here. Don't worry about it. He'll be here.
Oh, yes. The number one. It's the number one. Why you deserve?
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company. A family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh, yes.
Yes, we're back. 20 minutes now. It is before the 9 o'clock hour. So Joshua was here with us earlier on, and Joshua, of course, had to leave because he had some other engagements. And we heard a bit about the hatcheries and a bit about the whole Caribbean agro thingy. Next week, God's will, Joshua will be back, and we'll be having a conversation still, because I don't think we've finished the whole Caribbean agro thingy. And we'll also be speaking about, when he comes next week, we'll be speaking about the government's purchase of some 466 animals, and the cost of that being $4 million. And what is also interesting about that is, what remains interesting is the cost of it, because we have a situation where I heard it in that clip. There's the gentleman that spoke when not the PS. There was another gentleman who spoke when the animals came in that very night, and he did say that one of the animals costs $7,000 plus. And I'm wondering, really and truly, I'm wondering, $7,000 translates, BJ, to about what? 2,600, 700 US, correct? About that?
It's 7,000 EC?
7,000 EC, yes.
Oh, okay.
So 2,300, 2,400 US. Am I correct? Around that
Around
ballpark?
that figure.
Good. So how on earth are we paying that exorbitant price for an animal? But that is, myself and Josh are going to talk that. I will expect you to have your input on that. And then let me not just have all these little chit chats and not bring in my good friend and my good brethren. I mean, I can't do so, and I'm trying to figure out how do I bring him in again now. Okay, I need to do something here first. Where is it? Andre, don't make yourself a lunatic. You got this, Andre. You got this. And okay, good. Do this. I need to fix this, right? So I've got BJ and myself, and I can do this to show you BJ and Andre. And to add to the stage, I need to go here and say, hi, Dr. Antoine, you back.
Yes.
You're back in business. Are you there? I say you're back in business.
Yes, thanks very much for.
Right, wonderful. Nice to hear you.
Thanks. Good morning.
BJ, you're not hearing Dr. Antoine?
No, not really.
That's kind of strange. You should be hearing him. I'm trying to figure out. Let me try to figure out, BJ, which one of the headphones that you're using. I'm trying to figure it out. Give me that one. And let me see if I can plug it in for you because. All right, so let's do this and see whether or not you are. Oh, friends, forgive me. You know that's what you have to do when you try to be all chief cook and bottle washer. BJ, you hearing anything now? Yeah?
I'm hearing you.
You hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Antoine, say good morning to BJ.
Good morning, BJ, and how are you?
Morning, Doc. I am fine. Happy to see you as always.
Well, happy New Year to you too.
Same to you.
Thanks very much.
So how you doing? How's your New Year, man?
It's going so far so good, but like everything else,
Mm-hmm. What do you mean like everything else?
We have our ups and downs,
Oh, you're having ups and downs. What are some of the ups you having? Because ups are good.
Well, the ups are good because the
Mhm.
season was great. I mean, not great, relatively great, of course. But then we are at the point where things, drop off. In as much as it's the first month in the year, and many of the families, kids have to go back to school, people have to
Mhm.
travel, leave the country, and people getting busy to implementing the plans for the year. So yes, so it requires a lot extra work at this point in time. But
You've
so
been
far,
listening to the conversations that we've been having this morning here, Doc, in relation to the hatcheries, and you did pose a question to Joshua. Unfortunately, he had to leave us. But are you hopeful?
well, they say hope reigns eternal.
Yeah.
Yes, the only challenge I have, the question I have all the time, and BJ probably might be able to testify to that, is we seem to have here in Grenada a tendency to be excited about new projects. And then after a period of time, projects fail to turn into operations. And that's my biggest concern, really. Because too many projects have been started over the years here in Grenada. Significant economic projects I'm talking about. And then ultimately they turn up to be duds,
Mhm.
So that's my big concern. The
But
long
but the kind of a investment, 40 million plus, you think that would be a dud?
Well, you have a 20 million plus that just went dud.
Which one is that? Which is the 20 million that went dud?
They want a conference there.
In conference?
The Kinco project.
No, it didn't go dud. Kinko just not buying y'all kin no more. They're still making their spirits, ain't it, BJ?
I haven't been following up.
Oh, you haven't been following. Oh, okay.
Well, but that's just one. Let me give a couple of other examples.
Mhm.
We have the Mali nutmeg oil plant, right? Given to us by the FAO and the EU, and there it lies idle. We have a similar plant somewhere in Bolio
Mhm.
that's designed to process organic nutmegs, and there it lies idle. We have a similar plant somewhere in La Sagesse that's designed to process the fruits that we produce here that farmers could earn extra income from, and there it lies idle. You want another example? We have a second oil plant somewhere in Monlang, Nangan for Brave Boy would see. There it lies idle. We used to have a minor spice project somewhere in the Carnage many years ago. I guess it no longer exists. So the point I'm trying to make, we supposed to have had a spice project some years ago. After a few years, the spice project closed up, and we have not seen an operation or a major business enterprise evolving out of that. So that's the point I'm trying to make here, that we begin projects, we get projects started, but then the continuity is the problem. And BJ made the point about sustainability earlier on. And that's the issue we have to begin to look at in a serious way, because at the end of the day, if you're going to invest time and money into any project, it is worth our while to ensure that that project turns into an operation that's long-term sustainable and is contributing in a significant way to our national economic development.
BJ?
Amen.
If I say I didn't expect something like that, but I expected you to say, "Well, Andre, you heard him." What you just did, amen. The amen thing, that one stunned me.
That's the end of the prayer, Andre. It couldn't be more real than that. Andre, sustainability should
So then,
be the
who is to be blamed?
watchword.
Hold on, who is to be blamed here? The farmers?
It depends on which project you're referring to. Are you referring to the chicken or the past project, the projects I listed?
Well, the project you listed, the farmers must have a big say in it, innit?
Well, yes, the farmers would have a say, but remember, at the end of the day, leadership is key to all of those projects, right? And if the leadership is not designed to ensure long-term sustainability and continuity and succession, then that becomes a problem. And I think that's an inherent problem we tend to have for many of our projects. Not only that, I mean, look for example at the Mali oil plant. I mean, my whipping boy, you know, there is no reason why that facility designed to serve the interests of our farmers is not functioning. There's no reason why it's not functioning, except for one, that the leadership of the organization, the GCNA, seem not to have their head on their shoulders. And that, in many ways, would probably explain most of the other projects. Of course, some of the projects would have been owned, or operations would have been owned by individuals whose family didn't see it necessary to continue the operations. We have a few examples of successful operations in Grenada, like Huggins over 100 years here. Okay, Brighton Mine has been several decades here. But somehow our major economic projects like the Nutmeg oil plant should have been thriving and humming, and it's not. I trust ultimately our chocolate factory in Victoria will set an example in terms of sustainability and grow from strength to strength and become a more dynamic organization. I think Joshua was making a point earlier on, as regards the chicken hatchery. The fact that you were referring to growth from not just the hatchery, but also the feed and other things. Well, I hope at some point in time, the GCA, the Cocoa Association, would also take into consideration total use of all the materials involved in the cocoa industry, including the pods, including the leaves, including the trimmed debris and waste from the plants, so that at the end of the day, you have a major composting project, for example. Right? At the end of the day, you might be extracting some major unique biochemicals from the cocoa juice, the cocoa pods, etc. The cocoa shell, for example, that's winnowed in the processing plants. So the point I'm trying to make here is that there's huge potential for that industry, the cocoa association, the cocoa industry, to grow from not just chocolate, but to a whole range of other projects that can ultimately become additional operations for the Cocoa Association.
Stick it there, Doc. Let's bring BJ back in. BJ, you've been listening to Dr. Entwine, and of course he always speaks with a certain level of passion when he speaks here. Are you buying into the fact that what he's saying, that hey, we need to look more seriously at businesses when we get into it? There seems to be a fallout, because if Brighton and Miners and Huggins and all of them could function, and the GCNA can't keep a oil distillery in place, something must be wrong with us.
Andre, I have worked at Riven Twine quite a long while ago. And I remember somebody called on the phone and asked, who is that? I said, the general manager there. And it wasn't said. Francis Antoine? And I said, what can I do to help you? And the person quietly said, I'm looking to do business with you. And I said, what is the business? And he said, I'm looking to purchase all your rum. So you don't have to worry about selling. And I said, why? And he said, I'm looking to add value. And I said, well, I am just the manager. I would have to consult with my directors and stuff to take a decision like this. The directors went against it and said, but then the consumers and stuff wouldn't be, getting, whatever the product and stuff. So I said, well, you could balance it and stuff and probably keep back a certain amount and probably let Doc have a certain amount. I don't think that went very, very well with them. They think somebody else was chipping into the profit and stuff like that. And the point I'm making is that Woodman seems to be a sustainable product. And if an individual can set up a venture like that and keep it going for that, time, employ people, creating job and, surviving. Why can't we do that with many different enterprises? How difficult it is to do that? How difficult it is for us to basically tap into other people's resources, and in terms of the raw materials and stuff like that, or the product that they are making, and add value to it and create job and get the economy going. And I'm not sure the man must sleep on the job, and they seem to think that like Joshua was saying this morning, we're going to do this. Wishful thinking make woeful want. You can sit down and do your wishful thinking. The logistics, where are the togetherness? Where are the basically pooling of resources together? Andrew, we are too think about it. The atmosphere, we are too divided. We are too fragmented to have serious development. Look at the cocoa. And I'm talking about Mali oil plant. We tried it, and it worked. It just wanted to be, the tighten up in terms of efficiency and stuff like that, and it just left down there to rot. I used to be on the board, nutmeg board, and Doc had basically said, "Hang on, if you guys not utilizing this thing, I can rent it, I can list it, I can, whatever, I can purchase it if your people, sell to that," and nobody responded. As far as the concern, that chipping into the whatever.
Anyway,
that
with,
could have been
with that whatever, let me let folks know the lines are open 442-0175. And should in case you would want to be a part of the program and say you have a question for either BJ or a question for Dr. Twine, you can call. Oh, we have somebody on the line already. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen.
All right, hold on, Clifford. Dr. Entwine, are you here in Clifford?
Yes, I am.
Good. Proceed.
Yes. Wonderful conversation, starting from Mr. Joshua. A gentleman I know fairly okay, and I think it's a long time that he has been behind this chicken industry to move up. To hats off that they are getting some place or somewhere. Again, we're going back to the structures, Mr. BJ. We're not seeing structures in place to keep up with what is being done, what is being processed to be done. For instance, you just talk about cocoa industry. I hear that cocoa price gone up, but you don't have cocoa in the field now. No serious cocoa farmer is farming cocoa.
That is not necessarily correct, Clifford, because there was a gentleman who was saying to me this morning that he was he's extremely happy to be able to sell cocoa yesterday after the devastation that he suffered with beryl, and he had to do a lot of pruning and whatever you call it. I'm not a farmer like that. Yeah. And he was saying to me that he was able to sell cocoa yesterday to the tune of $500 or something like that. He was able to sell yesterday. So,
$500.
Yeah, well, I mean,
okay,
he's a serious farmer. When you said no serious farmer.
All right, so he's a serious farmer. He's one of them that are getting back there. But long before the price was down, while the price was down, you didn't see any serious cocoa to that extent. Not that they didn't have anybody, but to that extent. And we go in again, cocoa, nutmeg, bananas. Are we seeing any serious move into those revitalizing those the government farms? Are we hearing any serious thing going on the government farms? The other private farms, is there sufficient money in it that farmers could get to borrow or get to develop their lands? You know, where is the perspective? Where we going? Are we starting up to where we going? Okay, BJ is a farmer and he has been on most of the boards. Is there any serious move by the boards to move from one stage to the other, Mr. BJ?
Clifford, we can't be functioning with this 1914 of whatever ordinance and wasting time and do modern day business with it, you know. The manner in which we elect people to get on the board to make decisions on behalf of those institutions, we're not getting anywhere. Those entities require better people to serve on them, or else you won't get the same result all the time.
So that's what I'm saying. That we need to see something coming from the cocoa board, something coming from the nutmeg board, something coming from a new banana board. For instance, we're talking about scarcity of banana. Can we say that there anything we could prove as to what amount of acres that we could put into bananas now that could make it self-sufficient for Grenada? Have that been tried and find out? Can the ministry tell us that? Is there any survey done on that? So we could say, okay, well, we need at least 20 acres of banana, 100 acres of banana. Can we find it? Soursop. Can we say how much soursop, how much acres of soursop should be planted now that we can see can be of economic benefit? I know of a lot of farms that is way down. Nothing is done to them. And we ain't see any move. Some of the people not even Grenadians. So are we going to help to develop these farms? The government farms, government own about 5 estates, which would be government estates. Are they making any progress? This is where we have to think about the way forward. The factories we have there, would they be able to take, for instance, they were supposed to be in Moncton, the cocoa factory was supposed to put on a new chocolate plant. Are we going to see benefit coming from there? If we're talking about develop agriculture, these are the things that we have to look for. First, marketing board, is it back on stream? Would it be back on stream? What the board will look at?
Okay, Cliff, I got you. Gotta let you go. Okay, good. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. BJ, you want to comment on what Clifford said?
What Clifford said makes the whole sense, Andre, is that you need to have a plan in order to seriously develop your agriculture sector.
Okay. All right. On that note, folks, what we're going to do is that we are going to take a break for the news because Dr. Entwine, you didn't know, BJ knows that we go up to 10 o'clock on mornings, on Thursday mornings now. We go up to the 10 o'clock. So we will be going to 10 o'clock this morning. So what we're going to do, as I indicated, is take a commercial break. And then when we come back, we have more discussion right here on Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the world. Stay tuned. The news, that's next.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. The details when I return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. Locally, Social Development Minister Honorable Gloria Thomas has announced that the government will reconfigure the criteria for the Support for Education Empowerment and Development Seed Social Safety Net program so that more people can be added to the list. In the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, TTPS reports 44% drop in homicides since state of emergency.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is reassuring members of the public that the state of emergency has been bearing meaningful success thus far. During a police media briefing on Wednesday, Assistant Commissioner of Police for the Northwest District, Richard Smith, confirmed that there has been a 44% decrease in homicides to date.
So we have Port of Spain Division had 5 murders in 2024 around the same period. This year, they have 2 murders. Southern Division had 0 murders last year. Now they have 1. Western Division had 3. Now they have 2. Northern North Division had 2. Now 3, 2025. North Central Division had 4 for 2024 and 0 for 2025. Central Division had 4 for 2024, 1 for 2025.
He added that there has also been success in firearm recovery.
We have recovered 37 firearms thus far for 2025 as compared to 15 in 2024 for the same period. So that's 22 less firearms last year, or we would say 22 more firearms this year, which puts us at 147% increase with firearm recovery.
Violent crimes such as murders, shooting and woundings, sexual offenses, kidnappings for ransom, and robberies have been reduced by 73% and property crimes by 65%.
And in sport, the Los Angeles Clippers thrashed the Brooklyn Nets 126-67 to set a new record for their largest margin of victory. The 59-point win is the 10th largest in NBA history and surpasses the Clippers' previous highest margin of 50 and a 138-88 success against the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2022. Kawhi Leonard scored a season-high 23 points and James Harden added 21 as the Nets slumped to their heaviest defeat in the NBA. This ends the latest news update as produced by Triple N. I am your presenter Maxine Antoine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I pay attention to things that Maxine and them do, yeah?
Number one.
And when things are done that way, I don't like it. It's like the Clippers alone that played last night. Huh? The Clippers that alone that played, they're the second team in LA. The first team in LA played last night. The Lakers played against the Heat. And you know how much heat there is right now in California. But we are able to do so and quell the heat. Lakers defeated the Heat. Water dealing with heat. I don't understand. Clippers. What's that? What is a Clipper? Is a barber? Don't even think about it. The best thing to do is the HUSH. That's it. It's the best thing to do right now. I don't understand. How could you behave like that?
Listen to lunch news.
Don't not listen to lunch news. I don't understand. Kind of disrespecting the Lakers. Dr. Entwine, I have to bring you back in here because they're just disrespecting my team, Dr. Entwine. I don't know.
No, sorry, my apologies.
Oh, you apologizing now? Are you a Laker fan?
No, I'm not into too much of the sporting thing, you know. I'm into the politics and economics.
Okay, so let me ask you the big question now, Doc. Are you a GULP, NDC, or NNP?
I'll tell you the truth, Andre.
Mm-hmm. I don't expect you to lie. You don't lie to me.
Why should I lie? I'll never tell a lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a true patriotic Grenadian, a nationalistic Grenadian, and a true Caribbean person.
With allegiance leaning towards whom? Gary? NNP, NDC?
Allegiance to the Caribbean man.
You know something? You never lied to me before.
Why would I?
I am sorry. I am very sorry that there is a day called the 16th day of January 2025. That's when you told the first lie to me.
No, John.
If you say to me, look, Andre, I prefer not to answer that question, then I'm cool with that.
Well,
but when you come in and you give me that, you know that I make doc, come on, do better than that.
You see, you're looking for a partisanal response.
No. I'm looking for the truth.
That's the truth.
It could be GULP, it could be the National Democratic Congress, it could be the New National Party, or it could be Andre. I ain't answering that question yet.
Actually, Andre.
Yes, BJ? BJ is talking now. Let's hear you.
Andre, if you listen very carefully, just what you're saying there is what Doc told you, but you're not listening hard enough.
What am I saying?
You're saying that, Doc, you could have told me X, Y, and Z rather than telling me a lie. Doc didn't tell you a lie. You think it's a lie because you're not listening hard enough.
So what you listening hard? So tell me what you heard.
What I heard?
Yeah.
What I heard is Doc saying that, hang on, Andre, I'm not prepared to answer that publicly on the radio. That's what I heard.
That's what you heard?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Well, go hear that you're not listening.
I heard he told me a lie.
You're not listening.
I'm a true patriot, Andre.
Exactly.
We have a caller. Let's see what this caller heard. The caller. We lost the caller. I wanted to hear what that caller heard because I know I heard a lie.
Well, I'm not partisan, and I don't discuss. I discuss politics and governance and economics, but I don't identify specifically with any specific party. But I'll tell you one thing, the Grenada Party.
Please do. Say again.
Party of Grenadian People.
The Party of Grenadian People. So
yes.
PGP. There's soon the PPP. Now we have the PGP. The Party of Grenadian People.
We have one people. Remember, we are one people, right? United.
We are one people united. I do agree with that, though. I really do agree that we are one people united, most definitely. But I want to get you, the two of you.
Yeah.
I want to get your take. And let me do it this way. When I ask a question, Dr. Ntwine, you would be expected to give your response, and BJ, you'd be expected to give your response to the same question. The government of Grenada, through the World Bank, got funding to assist with the development of small ruminants in this country. Was that something good, BJ?
Yes.
Why?
Because we have a scarcity of that in Grenada, small ruminant.
Okay.
That is developing how I should put it, or being produced in a scientific, sensible manner. So to really develop that sector would be really nice if we do it properly.
Dr. Ntwine, your comment on that?
The idea of developing the small ruminants sector of our agriculture is a great idea. The challenge with that is, do you have a specific long-term sustainable plan for development of that project? Let me explain. So you bring the animals and you're going to distribute them to farmers, I assume, or you're going to keep them on a government farm or whatever the case may be. Do we have people skilled in the area of the husbandry of small ruminants? Do we have people who are familiar with the various vegetation we have that can be utilized to enhance the feeding of those animals. Remember, when animals use green grass, they tend to have a better quality milk. Okay, and where is the institute designed to train the people, the vets, and other personnel necessary for managing the well-being and welfare of those animals? In other words, Andre, great idea. The infrastructure is not in place for long-term sustainability of that idea. So in the absence of a farm school designed to train the personnel who are going to manage the animals, doesn't exist. So what happens after 2-3 years? Yes, it's great. It's excited that we're bringing those animals today. But what's the plan for 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road? And this is not the first time we're making attempts to developing the ruminants.
Should there be a roadmap that we follow?
Of course, everything we do up to there must be a significant long-term plan. And in the absence of a plan, you get this ad hoc practices. So yes, you bring in the animals, great idea, but guess what? What next? You give it to the farmers, and then what happens? A few years ago, I saw a farmer with a very beautiful cattle. It was a bull. And I'd asked him about it, and he said it was brought in some years ago by some other government. He was in the process about selling the animal, And I asked, so instead of selling the animal, why don't you use it as a source of sperm for fertilizing the cows in Grenada? He didn't take too well to the idea, So he told me he was going to sell it to SGU, even though the original stock came from SGU. So my question is, so the farmer has the hybrid animal. It reaches maturity. What happens to the animal after that? What's the plan for ensuring the growth and development of the small ruminants sector in Grenada after bringing those hybrid animals?
You've spoken of the infrastructure not in place. However, and I'm going to go to BJ first with this one. BJ, I get the feeling that, yes, infrastructure is not in place. But I don't believe that Doc went far enough, because he spoke of the infrastructure just there. These are based on statements made by the Ministry of Agriculture. These animals are going to be quarantined for a 6-week period. They're going to be quarantined, and then, based on information, there are 75 farmers waiting. BJ, do you know of any farmer who's going to receive? And if you do, excuse me, if you do, is there any, or have there been any development to that farmer's holding so as to accommodate the sire that he's going to receive, be it pig, goat, or sheep?
Andre, I want to take this thing at a different level. And I want to more or less continue with Doc stopped a while ago. We need the farm school. We need an institution to train young people how to produce those things in a scientific way. It doesn't have to be young people alone. I should say interesting people.
Yes.
But you're zeroing on the young people. So I want to concur with Dr. Antoine on this one without a speck of a doubt. The second thing I would like to see, Andre, is that we start thinking, our leaders start thinking in a sustainable, scientific way. And that is not difficult. Let me give you an example. Doc was just saying that, hang on, this chap had a nice bull, and he said, hang on, you know something? Why don't you use it as a source to provide, genetic material so we can more or less, use artificial insemination and, promote that breed throughout the country? Andre, that shouldn't be a one-off farmer business. You should be able to go at our research and development center and buy genetic material and go and inseminate your animals. But take a trained person to do that.
Yes.
So, Andre, you need training, the way that we go about doing our things. We've been hopeful. I was just talking about that too with Joshua. Andre, there is a way, there is a roadmap. You spoke about it earlier on. There's a roadmap how to get there. Andre, why bring in 400 and something male animals? Okay? That costs you $4 million. Andre, we could have bring in genetic material for 400, $500,000, and the rest of the money we could have used to do something else. Andre, if you're bringing in male animals, you have to pay for transportation, the logistics, all of those things. The risk of people eating them and people stealing and doing all of those things. Why don't you bring in the genetic material?
Yeah, but even if you eat, but what's the ratio? In you bring in the genetic material and to use the farmer's language, the animal, and they might not keep.
Andre, when you say might not keep because they're not synchronizing them properly, they're not. Andre, you can bring animal on heat.
Okay.
When all you want to do all the wrong things, all your drinking, all sort of stuff, and putting all yourself on it, we can do the same thing with animals.
Hold on.
Andre,
BJ.
just hold
BJ,
on.
No, you hold on. You hold on now. You understand? He making the thing, you drinking it, and you saying all you and him, he making it, you drinking it. I don't drink that.
Don't get offended.
No, I'm not getting offended. I'm just letting you know, it's you and him.
Mr. Carl would say when Mr. Carl say, throw a stone in the pen, any pig got make noise.
I ain't making no noise. I'm just letting you know, is that you and him. You start to make the noise. Anyway, go ahead.
You have to still watching that cup, Andre.
30 years ago, 30, man. What we used to do, we used to build a wooden stuff that looked like a cow. All right? A dummy cow. That's what we call it. And we would put hormone and stuff on it. And we would let go the bull. And the bull think it's a real cow, and it will go and jump on this thing and, understand. And
so you get the
and
sperm.
we collect the sperm. And we'll put it in, the right temperature and stuff like that and send it through the country to inseminate.
You all did that 30 years ago?
30 years ago, not in Grenada here. I'm
saying, in Jamaica?
Yeah, 30 years ago. If we were doing that 30 years ago, you can tell what existing today, Andre. Andre, we could do the thing. We need educated people. All right.
So are you saying to me that you believe that the government could have gone, or the Ministry for Agriculture, let me put it that way, the Ministry for Agriculture could have gone differently, and
I am saying that we can get greater value for the money that we spend, rather than we bringing in 400-500 male animals. We could have bring in the genetic material, and the rest of the money we could have bring in other animals that may be female. I wonder if you understand what I'm saying. This might have cost you $400,000-$500,000. You're looking at value for money now. You're trying to develop a sector. Here you are with only male animals. You probably could have imported female and bring in the genetic material for the male.
So some fellas are buying bucket already, You know that, Doc? Some fellas buy their bucket already,
No, I'm not aware of that. But just to supplement
just
hold on, Doc. Hold on,
1 minute.
Yeah, hold on, Doc.
Andre, and that's the final point I would like to make. I would have liked to see the project take a different dimension. What I would have liked to see is that we have a national, how I should put it, production center for whereby you can go and purchase animals for you to start up a business, and not seeing that in Grenada. Andre, if somebody want to do like a milking parlor or whatever, they should go somewhere, all right, and buy 30, 40 goats or whatever, and get the loan, soft loan or grant or whatever through the development bank, and they should have the proper housing. All right. So you go and you set up those things when you understand the husbandry of it. That's when you're going to make it profitable, If you don't understand the husbandry, you're just guessing,
Yeah. Something came to mind about 2 days ago, and known that as a home, and just musing, and something came to mind. The rams cost $7,000. Okay. So let's look at any one of the rams costing the $7,000. And we are giving this to farmers who are supposed to have females ready for these rams to serve, correct? Now, that farmer who is getting a ram has to do whatever it is to improve his place and make it accommodative for the ram. BJ, that's money he's investing.
Yes.
Already, a pound of mutton is about $15. By the time that farmer would have sold a breed to another farmer and another farmer and another farmer, and we get to where it's time to eat them, BJ, we're looking at $25 a pound because of the cost of the animal that came in.
Andre,
is that true?
The man and them just being hopeful. The intention is to get some foreign breed, try to cross it with whatever existing locally, and see what you come up with. A resistant breed or a breed that is,
So you telling me there's going to be that they're going to do monitoring? Is monitoring going to be done with 75 different farmers, with 75 different goats, 75 different sheep, 75 different pigs? Are you telling me? So you're looking at Dr. Antoine, 75 and 75 is how much? So let's go. 3 5 is 15.
That's 150.
And 3 5 is 15 and 3 7s is what? 21. 21 and 1 is 22. So that's 225. Doc, where you get your match from? 225 farmers. Are you telling me that we have the infrastructure to follow up 225 farmers in this particular situation?
Andre, don't hear Doc saying that all the time. Every time I hear Dr. Antoine open his mouth, he's talking about research and development. Andre, you have to have research and development and spend money on them. Breeding animals is not for the normal man. Andre, it's a complicated stuff to come up with the right breed. You have to take time, you require money, you require, the right logistics, all of those things. So we just been hopeful about what we set out to do. Yes, we may get an animal that look a little better, but how are we going to mass produce that animal then when you suddenly finally come up with that breed? How much years is it going to take you? Andre, this man don't know what they're doing, They don't know, period.
But who is it on? Is it on here, the Ministry for Agriculture, or is it on the government who's in office at this time?
Let me just before we go to attach responsibility for the problem we're facing. Let me just make a few comments that will supplement BJ's points there. The first thing is, I'm assuming that you're right that all the animals are males. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're all males.
If that's correct, then here is a question I want to raise. How is that different from bringing in corn seeds that are sterile, and therefore you cannot reproduce from the hairs that you obtain?
Educate me here.
Okay, so you're bringing all males. Then your intention is to serve the females here available.
Yes.
Yes. Does that make scientific sense?
You're the doctor. You're the one with the doctorate. You're the doctor. You tell me.
Which way I'm raising the question. If you're bringing all males, wouldn't there have been a smarter thing, like BJ said, to bring in the sperm and the semen and other stuff on a cheaper basis and do the project here at the Maribou Agricultural College? Or alternatively, you bring in the animals, but for every one male you bring in 5 or 6 females, because you want to develop a stock of that breed, right?
Well, they're hoping to find.
You see that the problem. Hoping
particular breed.
You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan for that if that's what you want to do. But the point is I'm making here is that it would have been make smarter sense to follow BJ's idea, or alternative, bringing one for every one male, bringing 5 or 6 females, and have 3 or 4 or 5 centers, no more, where you have those animals being husbanded, such that you develop a large stock that you could later supply your farmers with. In other words, have those 3 centers or 5 centers where you have continued regeneration of that stock of animal.
Gestation period. Hold on. Gestation period for a pig is how what? A couple of weeks?
No, a couple of months.
Couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And for goats and sheep,
couple of months.
Couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Several months, I think.
Several, you know. That's a couple, not 2, you know.
Yeah, I know. But I'm asking this question because I'm looking as to how fast are we going to
multiply.
Andre, you having time dead before you see any serious multiplication of this
but
thing?
no, you can't tell me that, BJ, because I was listening to the PS and a couple of vets and the chief veterinary officer, or what? Was it veterinary? No, but anyway, I was listening to them and they say in a very short period, and I know it will happen before I die.
Short
period.
Andre,
short period should be defined, you know. So
Andre, when I was in Sotes, when I was a little boy, you know, the other day I saying, Daddy, you know you have to hold my hand to cross the street. Hear me, father now. BJ, when you're small, you're seeing things differently. When you was younger and you come look for me in Sotes, you didn't have plenty vehicle. In your mind, you're seeing plenty vehicle, but there aren't plenty. So how come you think the traffic was busy? The traffic couldn't be busy. But when you're small, with your mind underdeveloped, you're seeing things differently. You're speaking to some people with underdeveloped mind. Why they going to tell you, Andre, that a sheep taking 6 months to make young one, a goat or whatever, pig a few months.
Pig is 3 months, 3 weeks and 3
whatever.
days.
Yes,
Dr. Love, thank you.
Yes, Andre. Normally for a pig you get 2 liters for the year, probably. Andre, you tell me something. How are you going to set up this thing on your individual farm without any proper pen and stuff like that, and prevent inbreeding and all of those kind of things? Most of the times you see farmers with animals inbreeding that is taking place, you know.
Well, that is what they hope, based on what they were saying at when the animals came in. Based on what they were saying, inbreeding has caused. They use a fancy name for it.
You can get some funny stock material.
Yeah, so they use a fancy name.
So they're trying to bring in other material from outside. So basically to revive.
Yeah.
But Andre, I'm saying that this needs to be done in a mass way, in a central place, under control condition. And from there, you can distribute to people. Andre, this thing about man scratching with 5-6 goats on the side in a pen, that outdated. You cannot make, Andre, you need a certain amount of animals to rear in order for it to make economic sense. A man with 10 goats, he just doing that casually. He don't making no money, genuine money out of this thing. This is a subsistent thing. He come out to work in the evening, he do construction, he go and get some feeding, and he feed his animal. If that's what you're promoting, I don't have a problem with that, you know. I'm saying the country requires something better than that. You can go in a meat shop and get local meat anytime. And if you want to do it, then there is a way how to do those things.
BJ, the interesting thing is, and Dr. Antoine, I want you to listen up on this one. The whole aspect is to improve the meat on the market and everything like that. But guess what, Dr. Antoine? When I did the research, I was told that it was alpine goats that came in. Alpine goats are not noted for their meat. They're noted for their milk, based on the research that I did. So I'm like, but hold on, we just brought in these here for meat. And I'm finding out that they're not necessarily noted for meat. They're noted for milk. Who did what and who spotted what wrong here?
I guess I'm not sure what would be the cause or source of that problem, but I think here is where, for example, we need to apply the principle of doing our homework on a daily basis. And I don't know if that was properly done.
We have a caller. Stick there. We have a caller. That person's been calling for a minute. Good morning. Hello? Hello? Okay. So,
But let me just try and get back to the
you
point
go
I
ahead.
was talking earlier on, as regards the folly of bringing in males only.
Mhm.
It would have been far wiser if for every one male, 5, 6, or maybe even 8 or 10 females are brought in. And those are brought into 3 or 5 different centers where the government or the farm school of agricultural college takes responsibility for ensuring the development of the stock in those 3 or 5 centers. Once the stock, there's a sustainable supply of the stock, you can begin to supply those individual animals to the farmers. So if one is interested in females, they get. If they're interested in males, they get from that stock, from those centers. But what it seems to me, Andre, is the fact that not much thought was put into the planning for that project, because guess what? If you give the animals to 75 different farmers, each of them going to handle the animals differently, and they've not been trained to handle such delicate animals. That's 1. 2, these animals need special caring, so you need to ensure that they get visited by the vets periodically. They need to get special medical treatment. They need to get special feeding. Are you going to train all 75 farmers to ensure that they all do the same or similar thing to obtain similar outcomes or results?
But that's what I tell you. Some fellas say they buy the bucket already.
Right. So the point here is that the approach taken in coming up with those decisions to spend such money on agricultural projects requires greater thought, homework, greater involvement of people who are knowledgeable about animal husbandry, for example. And here is where, all hands on deck should apply, Andre. So that people like BJ should be invited in some discussion over a 4 or 6 week period to give input as to how we could best approach the issue of developing the small ruminants sector in Grenada on a long-term basis, as opposed to this ad hoc approach where you buy 400 and something animals, all male.
All male.
All male. And then now, come on, man. Where is the scientific approach to agriculture?
Exactly.
Well, I don't know, but
square pegs in the wrong hole.
I can't say that. I'm not a farmer. We'll take a commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. Good morning to you, Miss Matheson. Thanks for listening.
The old thing flap wide. Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Seasons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of colors.
Color by Seasons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Seasons. Seasons. Express your style with Color by Seasons.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard. Calling all alumni, come out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School's 60th anniversary, January 12th to the 19th, 2025. Celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance. Here's the calendar of events. On Wednesday, January 15th, a meet and greet at the Belmont Estate from 3:30 p.m. On Thursday, January 16th, health fair at the school from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. On Friday, January 17th, Chapel Day, open forum at 10 a.m., open house at 11 a.m. On Saturday, 18th January, football legacy match at the Cuthbert Peters Park, 3 p.m. Admission $5. And on Sunday, January 19th, a gala at the Trade Center, 7 p.m. So come on out and celebrate with us. The St. John's Christian Secondary School 60th anniversary, celebrating 60 years of excellence through God's grace and guidance.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
A Christmas to remember.
Yes, it's going to be a Christmas to remember with the Riverside Cooperative Credit Union. Get up to $25,000 to do all the things you've dreamed of doing all year. Whether it be home renovations, upgrading your ride, travel and vacation, wedding, medical expenses, or that new appliance for the home with a maximum period of 60 months to repay. This is your chance to make your dreams come true this holiday season. It's going to be a Christmas to remember with the Riverside Cooperative Credit Union. Visit our office at Riverside or Sates for more information and to apply. Special terms and conditions apply.
The Center. It's Christmas, the time for sharing and making others happy. Come into the Center and be pleased with all we have to offer. All the drinks you can think of at prices that are unbelievable. Choose from our stock of top quality, hams at rock bottom prices, and a wide range of grocery items and prices that are lower than low. Located in the town of St. Patrick's, the Center where early morning and late night shopping is available every day of the week only at the Center. Personalized shopping just got better, so give us a stop at the Center and see for yourself. The Center is just the Center, and that's what it is. Remember, for the holidays, we will be serving you as we do normally.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grandans. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
All right, well, we'll have to bring it down.
Yes. Agriculture is the number one. Number one Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man chat this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the old thing flap. Why everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put me to and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you need them computers. We used to ship plenty.
Hold on and hush him out there at begging you to come on the program all the time. You that what's your name again? DC Ranks.
Where is he?
I don't know. You don't call me no more. You and Dr. Antoine may be friends, so he stopped calling me.
He's a good boy, that.
Yeah, I know he's supposed to be a good boy, but he stopped calling me. And I don't understand yet why he stopped calling me. Dr. Antoine.
Good morning, Andre.
Dr. Antoine, are you there?
I am here. I'm just about sending a message.
Let me see. Did I do something wrong?
No.
I'm trying. Oh, yeah, I think. Yeah, you there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you that the staff of the associates at ABE, the producers of Woodman Rum, send the greetings to you and BJ and all our listeners.
Thank you.
They insisted that I make sure to tell you. So there it goes.
Here's a big question. Oh no. Here's what. You do Woodman Rum. That's correct. What else do you do at the factory?
We do spices, and we do some.
Presently?
Yes, we've been selling spices for the cinnamon specifically, but we buy spices and we sell spices.
Okay.
And yeah, but we try to.
We here at Real FM, we had a jumbie table for the Christmas, and we have turned it now into an independence table.
Great.
All right. So what we're doing is that we're showcasing local products, and interestingly, we only have Woodman Rum on it so far. So we're looking for other, not from you, of course, but the spice, the cinnamon, yes, and other spices. Do you have vanilla?
We do not have vanilla per se. We lost most of the stuff we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been trying to develop a bigger stock, and we've been faced with some challenges as regards that. So we don't have the vanilla beans just yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I have a few specimens that I could, wave to you sometime down the road. Not today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're looking to do a independence table, because we believe that there are so many local products that we have that don't get the light of day. So when we come to a point where we believe, okay, fine, we have done quite a bit in terms of stocking up the table, then we'll have a big showing of it on our YouTube channel, so that folks will realize, hold on, we've got a lot of products, i.e. local products that have been preserved and that can last a very long time in storage. So this is my way of asking people who have local products that can stand the test of time. Not just a local product that, okay, fine, we have to consume it by tomorrow. No, it must be a local product that can stand the test of time. So BJ has local tomatoes. No, that can't work because I have to use it by the end of the week. So I would want him to bring the tomato puree to me so that add value, as you guys would say, add value to the thing. So this is the call for all those of you who have local products that can stand the test of time. Bring them to us. We put them on the table and we're going to showcase them and have Grenada see your products. Dr. Antoine, let's skip and leave the people in relation to the animal husbandry for the time being. Let's leave them alone because we will continue to be able to poke so many holes in this that we're going to have to start singing holy, holy, holy.
The idea is not so much the issue of poking holes or laying blame as much as trying to help the policymakers and the decision makers and to approach the business in a more professional and scientific way, I mean, but again, fundamental to all of that would be the essentiality of quote unquote a roadmap or a smart plan, a plan that designed such as to ensure long-term success and sustainability of whatever project you undertake today.
All right.
That's
BJ,
the primary factor in our discussion here.
BJ, I want you to comment for me quickly because we don't have much time. We're like 10 minutes away from wrap up. But this is something I want both of you to comment on. I'm going to go to BJ first. BJ, I understand that the what I call the barrel program, where the $4,000 and the $9,000 had to be given to farmers and so on. I understand that is about wrapping up. And more than half of the Grenadian farmers have not been served. Are you aware of that?
I've been hearing tune to that effect on the street. But I don't get any official word from the government.
Okay.
If they are closing up the program, I don't know. But Andre, since you're on that, I would just like to add a bit of extension here. And I hope that the authorities is listening to me in relation to that. I don't think they are aware of that aspect of things. So I'm going to push it again because a few farmers met me and said, BJ, you need to continue talking about that first. Andre, there is something they call carrying capital. If you're going to stop the program, where is the carrying capital? Are you giving farmers that bit of money and you forget them? Are you going to just come in and clear the lands for them and, being hopeful that they're going to be planting it up? And then you pass back, 3 months later and the place all, go back into, bush and stuff again. The point I'm making, Andre, where is the follow-up? Where is the monitoring? Andre, you need to have something they call carrying capital after you have this major disaster. You don't have no two ways about it. If you want to, you see, Andre, look at it. And I know you've been clamoring with me about this week after week. You see how scarcity affect price?
Economies of scale, oh boy. Here we go again. Economies of scale.
Two cocoa gone up to what? Six.
That's because of what's happening in Africa. Dr. Antoine sent me an article, so I knew that cocoa price was going to do that.
Two ways, Andre. And there we go. Locally, there isn't any large quantity because you had most of it in St. Patrick's being damaged and stuff like that. And you said, something? One farmer sold some cocoa a few days ago and he said, something?
Yesterday.
$500 and something dollars. Andre, something? In order for him to get his $500 and something dollars, he would have sold less cocoa than what he normally would be selling,
Well, that's true too.
Yes.
Because the price has gone up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dr. Antoine, on that same note, meaning the question that I asked BJ, in relation to the folding of that program, the $5,000, $9,000 program, I am also understanding that the program, there was a part of the program that had to do with the clearing of lands for farmers. I'm hearing that too is folding and that the people who are going to clear the lands, they're not clearing the roads leading to said lands. Comment on that, sir?
Yeah, I'm aware that there is some land clearing service provided under the same project. As to how long it's going to last, I'm not aware, but it seems, based on my discussions with somebody recently, it seems that they're thinking of wrapping it up sooner or later, which is I know some things have to come to an end, but they need to bear in mind that once the clearing of the land is finished, there is need for maintenance, and maintenance requires continued, weeding, continued fertilizing, continued pruning, etc. And so there must be a system in place to ensure and assist our farmers to continue the production of the various crops in a sustainable way long term. You can't just come and clear the lands and then leave them on their own. It's like giving the guys the animals and you leave them on their own, and there is no carrying capital, as BJ would say. So here is where the state needs to provide some carrying capital or subsidies for farmers to ensure that they go back to producing cocoa, producing nutmegs, producing tanias and dasheen and bananas and plantain.
Ganja.
The only way you could ensure that is by working tete-a-tete with the farmers. You can't just give them stuff and then just walk away from them.
Nope.
Well, they're doing it with the animals because I've said that our animals is ours now. The goats and so on that we have, the goats are going to the pigs are going to move from feed to mango and ripe fig. That's what they're going to move to when they go to the 75 farmers. They will move to from proper feed to mango and ripe fig. The sheep, they're going to move from proper feed to dig in the dirt to get the roots to eat. And the goats are going to move from proper feed to glory cedar.
Andre, don't you know?
You have a minute, yeah, BJ?
While you was talking about it, it's just 1 minute. Don't you know that the objective that we are trying to achieve, which we may achieve if we ever do in 20 years' time, don't you know we could have achieved it now? What it is that we are looking for, that's the first thing. Are we looking for animal that is sturdy and stocky, that can produce plenty meat? Are we looking for animals that are sturdy, stocky, and resistant to our climate, that can produce plenty milk? Andre, those animals exist. In fact, we could have breeding animals, all right? Other breeder animals that we don't have here, but come out in areas that have similar conditions to what we have here, Africa, and get the same or the expected result that we are searching for.
Ghana just bought 100 blackberry from Barbados.
I'm even talking about blackberry. Yeah. I just was doing some research on some breeding of sheep in Africa. And Andre, don't you know that they actually come up with a breed of sheep that looking like the women we have in Grenada? The bottom big and legs well stocky, and they fetching really high prices in the countries such as those.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You're not gonna say anything?
No.
Andre, those sheep look like just like we people here. And Andre, they're fetching a really high price for it from Arab countries, those countries that are producing oil and stuff like that, because of how it's structured and stuff like that. Andre, we don't have to go through all this rigmarole to get good breeder animals that can basically acclimatize to the condition that we have here.
Dr. Antoine, your final minute.
Okay, I just want to remind our spice farmers of our meeting this evening, 4:30 at Upper Level Baines Hall. And we will continue our discussion on the state of agriculture in Grenada. And certainly, I suspect the topic of the animals will come up. But a kindly reminder to all of our spice farmers: attend the meeting 4:30. We want to develop the spice sector in Grenada in a more sustainable way.
Can we look forward to having you next Thursday morning, Doc, for a bit?
I'll try and make myself available every Thursday. I want to commit myself to making Thursdays my agricultural day.
And you see how easy it is to do now.
it's difficult. I must be honest with you. It's tough because it poses a lot of logistic challenges for me. But I'll do it.
I'm speaking easy in terms of you don't have to leave home, your business place. That is.
Well, we've done that before, but the problem was connecting. So if the connection is okay, that's fine.
Don't worry, as long as you're using Flow.
All right.
Doc, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks to all of our listeners out there. Thanks to BJ, yourself, and at the studio. You guys have a great day. I look forward to working with you guys next week.
All right, then. Take care. God bless.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye-bye.
BJ.
Yes, goodbye. Andre, we are out of here. Good morning to the listening public again. My love to you as always.
Respect all the time, brother. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. That's it for us this morning, friends. Take care of yourself. Don't do what I wouldn't do. And remember, if nobody else in this world loves you, God does.
From the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Japanese and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the old thing flap. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes.